Good morning. Today's video is all about executing Arch and Garch model in Standard & Poor 500 last 1 year data, that is from May 5th, 2019 to May 5th, 2020. What I have taken here in eViews is the adjusted close. I have also taken the log return and I have taken the squared of the returns. So let's go step by step and you can all follow the steps with any different time series. So log returns plot we have to do first to check whether there is volatility clustering or not. So first step, we will go to log return plot. So I'm making large and we will just go to graph and see the log return graph. This is the log return graph. You can see we see small volatility is followed by small volatility till this point, and then there is a huge volatility clustering around this point, that is from February to April of 2020 due to coronavirus. So since we have observed there is volatility clustering, now the next stage is to check whether, so that means we cannot predict anymore. So volatility clustering is present, that means our prediction using ARMA model is ruled out. So now what is the next step? We have to do check the serial correlation in squared returns. So this is the original theory of Engel. Engel told to see the squared returns. So we have kept the squared returns here and we have to calculate, I will do it again for you, correlogram from view. Correlogram if you calculate, then actually you will get the same calculation. So here what you have to check, this is the autocorrelation function and this is the partial autocorrelation function. So autocorrelation function is significant till lot of lags, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, almost 20 lags. Almost 20 lags autocorrelation is relevant, then it dies down. So looks like autoregressive in nature, and partial autocorrelation dies down very fast. So this looks like both are dying down fast. So looks like a ARMA model approximately just by observation. Now see the probability, which is very, very important. All the probabilities are zero. So if probabilities are zero, 1 minus p, that is occurrence is 100%. So this is what Engel, who got the Nobel Prize in 2003 for his 1982 paper on Arch and Garch, he recommended that serial correlation of squared returns should be present. So serial autocorrelation is present because the probability is zero. Probability has to be below 5%. So probability is zero means occurrence is 100%. So that means volatility clustering is present. Serial autocorrelation in squared returns is also present. Now we have to check the Garch term for the log returns. So please follow students options. Quick, go to quick estimate equation. Inside this estimate equation you go here to Arch. Here we have to take the log return. So before that, okay, let me repeat it because I have to close this window. I have to just keep one window here, that's it. So we basically need this log return, log ret. So quick estimate equation, here I have to take Arch and here I have to write log ret gap small c. What is small c? Unknown relationship is small c. This is the Arch term. What kind of variance you want? Let's keep it blank as it is. Here we are taking Garch and Tarch. There are other family of Garch also. E Garch is exponential Garch, P Garch is power Garch. We will have different videos for E Garch, P Garch, M Garch. Let's do a simple Garch with the Arch component as the first order lag and Garch component as the first order lag. Let's take an assumption here that the intensity is strong in the first order, which is pretty regular assumption, not a very out of the world assumption. Intensity generally dies down over the second, third, fourth lag. So that is why we are taking an assumption that intensity is kind of strong in the first lag. There is no restriction. Distribution, ideally we should not take normal, but in the first place we generally take normal distribution or Gaussian distribution. After that you can test with students t. Students t is better actually. So Gaussian distribution we have taken. After that we have to keep this as it is and press OK. So here I want to stop a little bit and tell you about what was Engel's proposition and what was Boler-Slav's proposition, because both are different. So Engel was the pioneer in this field, as I told you several times. So Engel has observed that high serial autocorrelation in the squared returns, and he suggested ARCH. So ARCH, as you know, is autoregressive conditional heteroscedasticity. ARCH shows the shock as non-uniformity in residual term over time. So as I told you that initial assumption of a OLS or a regression is residual term is going to be constant or zero. That means residual won't change, but that is not proper, that is not logical. So ARCH is the actual calculation of what is the variance in residual, how much the residual is changing. So suppose yesterday we have predicted 17,000 stock market is 19,000, so residual is 2,000, and today we have predicted stock market 11,000 and stock market is suppose 4,000, so residual is 7,000. So that is the change in residual. So 2,000 to 7,000, there is a sharp change in residual. That change is called the shock. So that shock can be calculated over a period of time by ARCH model. So here if you carefully observe, this variable is basically this entire work is profound and strong. Why I am saying this? Because you can see here that the probability is 0031, 0.0031. 0.0031 means occurrence is 1 minus 0.0031, which means 99.69% Garch model or an Arch model will be perfectly fine. I repeat, 0.0031 is probability, so 1 minus 0.0031, that is 99.69%, this model will be valid. So now let's move into the residual minus 1 square, that is the return square serial autocorrelation arch coefficient. So this is arch coefficient, the first one. So this is arch coefficient, that is 0.3694. This is arch coefficient, and obviously this is Garch coefficient. So if you add these two coefficients, you will get close to 1. I think roughly, yes, almost close to 1. Let me go there later. First, what is Garch? Garch shows the longevity and the intensity of volatility. So what Arch shows? Arch shows as non-uniformity in residual over a period of time, and Garch shows longevity and intensity of volatility, means how long the volatility will stay. Now let us add these two numbers, 0.669160 plus 0.369433. So you get some figure called 1.038 after adding these two figures. So I'm talking about these two figures. So if you add these two figures, you'll get a figure of 1.038. So this figure is more than 1. This figure is more than 1 is a dangerous sign. That means volatility cluster is going to continue. Volatility is going to be persistent, and volatility is not going to die down very soon. And in the previous video, I told you how to check the robustness of prediction. Akaic info criterion, Shor's info criterion, Hannan Quinon, all are in minus. Minus means they are lower than plus 5. Minus 6 is lower than plus 5. So obviously, this calculation is pretty robust. So since this calculation is done on the current data, right now we are going through coronavirus case. That means Standard and Poor 500, which is the American giant index that is going to be volatile in the near term. Maybe in 6 months time it is going to be volatile. How we can conclude that? Because the arch term and the Garch term, when we add, we get a number of 1.03, which is more than 1. That means volatility is going to be persistent, and volatility is not going to die down too soon. Thank you very much for listening to this. I may have been a bit fast in this video. So what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to run it many times, multiple times. You can stop in the middle, again rerun it. You will definitely learn. So my suggestion is download another such stock market index and then do step by step along with my video. You will learn at the end how to execute Garch, how to execute Arch, and how to interpret Arch and Garch, and also how to conclude whether your work is robust and sustainable or not. Thank you very much for your attention.